He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
If we had asked Sam Darnold coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for Charbonnet. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up Seattle with first down. We set it down for him at the 38. Play action on first down. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
He finds Fant. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, the 3rd overall pick in this year's draft. After a decorated career at UNC, it's Drake Maye.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, 2nd year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career. That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Into a crowd and a defender comes up with it. Juwan Bentley makes the play. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
The Seahawks taking the field for their 2nd possession. And they'll only need to figure out a couple of yards here. They're going to start with 1st and goal from the 2. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. No place to go, so he just threw it away. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Darnold looking to throw. On the move, headed right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. To return this, Marcus Jones. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. New England taking the field. Its second series of the game coming up. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Julian Love. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
Yeah, I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
Myers to add the PAT. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Seahawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. On the return, here's Jones. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. Now May coming off that pick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's May. That's caught for the first. And he'll get it up to the 44. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. May looking to throw. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running for it with Stevenson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Diggs there to bring it in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. May now from the gun. That's taken in by Henry. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 2nd and 3 now. Complete to Diggs out left. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's a New England first down. Gibson here from the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's May. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Here's the pistol snap to May. Getting out to his left, and he scores. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Drake made the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Marcus Epps making the play. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8. From the 46. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease. Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9. They go again with Stevenson. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. It's a pickup of 11. And the Patriots will have a first down. Here's May. Cut by Diggs. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. Neither side separating much so far. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. May now. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Give him 5 on that play. Still need 3 times that now on 3rd and 15. Here's made in the air. That finds Gibson, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
It's fielded at the 14. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Seahawks drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold to throw. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He throws a bullet deep to the right. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. They go play action on 1st. He can't connect with him. Incomplete. Just put it a little too close to the boundary there. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. That's taken in by Kupp. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Throwing it again here. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate. And I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone. You got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that. A huge sack for this defense.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. To throw, here's Darnold. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The New England offense running out now. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here we go. Second and very long. Has him on the quick hitter. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To throw, here's May. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. He'll cobble together a yard there. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Darnold. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Michael Dixon on the punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Pats will take over. Here's New England ready once again on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll start this series with an option left. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. On play action, here's May. Vacates quickly left side. He can run it. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Leonard Williams applying the hit there. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long. May bails out of the pocket, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Bryce Baringer on now to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt goes 63 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Charbonnet now up the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled by Keon White there. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. From the 34. He'll get this to Cup. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Throwing now, off play action. Gets this one to Charbonnet. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Darnold looking to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. They're going play action. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Darnold now to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? If we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Patriots running their offense out there. To the air on 1st down, May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. May now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a New England 1st down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. It's the Patriots. With it, 1st and 10. To the air yet again, May. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
From the gun, a gift to Stevenson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. The Patriots have their punting unit out. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Again, it's Charbonnet. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they're going to take over possession. The Patriots back on offense late in the first half. And they'll need to be judicious in using that final timeout, Brock, but they still could put a scoring drive together before the break. May on 1st and 10. Ramondre Stevenson makes the catch. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. From the gun, it's May. Short pass brought in. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle. Give him a couple on the play, but no matter. We've reached the end of our first half.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. James Cook, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we'll keep the Florida theme going as we head north to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Deontay Johnson, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Devontae Smith, a touchdown catch in the victory. These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gibson. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Patriots ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's May. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing is May. He's got the hook up to Bourne. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Reek Woolen. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here's May to the air. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
He's got it at the 24. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll begin this possession in just a moment. Ball at the 33 for first down. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. They kick the running back in motion. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. He can't hang on to the pass. And that brings up 4th and long. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And that is where they'll start the next drive. The Patriots offense all set to go. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. May looking to throw. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. May now. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. May to throw it. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off. You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Now May on 3rd and long. That finds Gibson complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. A give here to Charbonnet. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. They run with Charbonnet. And another stop along the line. Defense with a great couple of back-to-back reps. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And they steal it back on the return. Oh, baby, that was sweet. They popped him before he could even get started on that return.
Imagine running down the field, navigating all those guys that want to block you. You get free, and I'm sure part of these guys on this punt coverage team, Kate, are wondering, is he going to wave his hand? Is it going to be a fair catch? Was it all for naught? No, it was not. And they get a chance to lay the wood, and they deliver.
2nd and 6 coming up here. To throw, here's Darnold. That's caught at the 4. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Charbonnet has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Seahawks make it a 16-point ball game. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gibson. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The offense getting set to go. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another. You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, here's May. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, here's May. Complete, it's Bourne. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. A give up the middle to Gibson. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain. And now they're just inches short for 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Now a give to Stevenson, coming right. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Henry on the catch. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Complete to Diggs out left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 20-yard line.
Pass taken in by Diggs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
A give up the middle to Stevenson. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Going play action, May. Flushed out of the... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. May now from the gun. Forced out to his right. And they get to him again. And the pressure drives them backwards.
That is a wow. Maybe that's a double wow for me. 2 sacks in the previous 3 snaps. I can really criticize quarterbacks, and too often I do, to get rid of the football, but that is about a defensive effort. Knowing what's on the line when you get into situations in the red zone, Kate, can't do it much better than that. This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense running out now. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll run now with Charbonnet. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurry throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he winds up out of bounds, but things not settled yet, so we've got a flag down.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he
Automatic
gets hit
first
with
down.
that personal foul. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On the draw, this is Charbonnet. And they'll make the stop after a short gain to the 48. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on that play, and now they're looking at 4th and 10.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this one sails out, no return on the punt. The offense headed back to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Escapes out to the left. He takes it himself. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. We have an injured player here. Looks like it's a member of the Patriots in some discomfort. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 31. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st down, ball at the 36. May. He's got the hook up to Bourne. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They're now set for 1st and 10. Here's May. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. 1st down, ball at the 36. Here's May to the air. He'll get this to Henry. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Throw left side, caught by Douglas. And he's brought down for a loss.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. They'll try it now with Stevenson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the 4th.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Seahawk offense taking the field now. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Running back sent in motion. Here's Darnold. Charbonnet with the catch. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Darnold. That's taken in by Kupp. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Seahawks moments away from a 2-0 start. Their punter making his way out now. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Patriots are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Completed over the middle. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Throwing now. Finds a man right side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. To the air yet again. May. Cut by Gibson.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
May on 1st and 10. That one complete to Stevenson. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Ja'Whaun Bentley makes the play.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another carry for Charbonnet. Breaks through, and he might break away. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Seahawks in a victory formation as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So for my partner Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.